unboxing video in a while, so I thought I'd show you what came in my most recent Optavia box. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lizabeth. If you're new here, I am living in the light by documenting my weight loss journey, and I'm using Optavia's 5-in-1 program. As part of that 5-in-1 program, I have to eat 5 fuelings each day that come to me in my monthly Optavia box. And so what I'm going to do today is show you what I got this month in my box and how I'm going to use those things to help me to continue to lose weight. Before I break into the box though and show you what I got, would you please scroll down and just give me a thumbs up? It really does help my channel. It's a really small way that you can support me in my journey to better health. Every single time someone gives me a thumbs up, leaves me positive comments, it always feeds my soul as well. So I would really appreciate it if you would do that. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you would consider subscribing, and that way you can get notified when I post new healthy recipes, new fun with feelings videos, unboxing, reality checks, and my vlog of the last 50. So, what did I get? Before I open up my box, do let me tell you that I have been gifted a couple of times some fuelings from other people that were no longer going to be on the program, and so they wanted to just give me the rest of their fuelings, which has been great because I have been able to actually cut back to buying every 6 weeks, and then I only need to buy 17 boxes. I'm going to do that one more time, and then I should be at a place where I have a little bit of a surplus, but not as big of a surplus as I have had. It is so appreciative. Those of you who are on Optavia know that it can be expensive, or it can feel very expensive to do that. I don't think that it's really expensive when you look in light of what you're not spending at the grocery store, what you're not spending at fast food or restaurants, what you're not spending at Starbucks. It really does. I have found for us as empty nesters, and it's just the two of us, I'm actually spending less at the grocery store now, despite the high grocery costs, than I was spending on food before. So it really actually is kind of coming out even, which is really nice. But this month I only have 17 boxes instead of the normal 22. So if you want to have a full month, you will need 22 boxes, but I've been able to cut back. So let me show you what I got for fuelings. I like bars, and I like to have bars for breakfast, and then also to have as a, not necessarily breakfast, it's my first fueling with my coffee in the morning. And then also I like to have them as kind of a standby. Sometimes they're great as a last fueling at night. I personally try to only have 1 bar a day. More than that can cause me a little bit of tummy distress, and I think that's because the monk fruit that's in it. I'm not a huge monk fruit fan. There's also some erythritol in some of them, which can also cause some problems. But so that's why I try to do that. So what I have is, first of all, 2 boxes of the creamy double peanut butter crisp. You know that's my fave. I also have the frosted cinnamon spice crisp bar. This one, actually I have 2 of these, I think. Yep. This one is actually reminds me of the brown sugar and cinnamon Pop-Tarts. I really like that one. And then I haven't had the caramel delight bar in a while. It's a harder one to chew. I've had people say that if you put it in the microwave for a few seconds to soften it up, that makes it better. I don't have a microwave. I have an air fryer, so I am going to try to air fry one for like 15 seconds to see, or a minute to see what it does. And then my son has a microwave at his house, so when I go to watch Taylor, I may take one over there and give that one a try. So I'm going to give the Caramel Delight bar a try. I have a back stock of the s'mores bar, the other chocolate, couple of the chocolate ones, the chocolate peanut butter one, which I love. I already have a back stock of those, so I didn't order any more of those bars this week. I also really like to do the shakes. I typically do those in the afternoon. I will either do them as shakes, or I like to mix the shakes with other fuelings to kind of change up the flavor of things. The shake works really well for that. My favorite shake is the peanut butter, so I have 2 peanut butter shakes, and I have 2 of the creamy chocolate shake. These 2 are my 2 favorite shakes. I tend to get those. It's pretty standard for my order to have 2 chocolate shakes, 2 peanut butter shakes, 2 creamy peanut butter crisp bars. Those are very standard in my orders. I also like to take the peanut butter shake and mix in just a little bit of water and make it like a peanut butter frosting. And I can take like the brownie and I can make 2 really thin brownies and then put a little bit of that peanut butter, divide that peanut butter in half and kind of do like a peanut butter topped brownie. If you start with 2 fuelings, make sure you divide it into 2 fuelings, and that works really good. So that's what I have for shakes. If you've watched my other videos, you know how I feel about the updated chocolate chip pancake. Not a big fan of it. Although I have discovered if I mix it with something that it's not so bad, so I probably will add it back. I just can't do it as waffles anymore. It's just too dry. I have not been a fan of it. And they updated the golden pancake, so I got 1 to give this a try. I'm hoping that it is not as dry as the other one is. And then I love the oatmeal, so I have 2 boxes of the apple cinnamon oatmeal. So that one, I try to have those. I'll have an oatmeal like every other day. I just really like the oatmeal a lot. I already know in my next order, I'm actually gonna probably get 2 apple and 2 brown sugar and cinnamon and just do oatmeal every morning. It's a great habit to get into and probably something that will carry over once I transition out of Optavia. So travel back with me in your mind to before, probably like my first or second box, my second box actually. That was the very first unboxing that I did. And I talked about a feeling that wasn't in my box that everybody probably thought that I should have. And that is the decadent chocolate brownie with the yogurt chips. And I said I don't like it. It's not my favorite. And I actually ordered 2 boxes of it this time because first of all, your tastes change. And I still don't like it just as a straight up brownie, but I do like to mix it with other things. So I have some of the chocolate covered cherry shakes. If I mix that and make cookies out of that, they're so good that way. I've actually waffled it and it's pretty good waffle, but I just don't waffle things very often. It's just kind of a hassle to keep it clean and it leaks grease and it just is not my favorite, that product. I love to air fry things. I use the brownie with the cinnamon cream cheese swirl cake and I make chocolate cupcakes. I do like to do that. So I got 2 of those. I also discovered how to make brookies and I have a Fun with Fuelings video for that. So I have 2 boxes of the chewy chocolate chip cookies to do that. I'm a huge fan of the pudding, so I've got another box of pudding. I have more still, so that's just kind of replenishing my supply. And then someone asked me about the soft serve, and I've had the coffee soft serve, I've had the mint chocolate soft serve, but I want to try to do something with it aside from doing it as soft serve. I can never really get it to be good as soft serve. But I got this because I'm going to just try to mix it like with the brownie and make like a mint chocolate something that way and just see how things go. Now you see that I don't have any lunch options in here. I have a lot of soup and potatoes. I've got some mac and cheese, which if you make it into a waffle, it actually is really good. So I do have some of those things that I have, so I don't need to have those this time, but I probably will add them next time. So just a little bonus that doesn't have anything to do with this, but in my reality check, I talked about being just sticking with the plan and being able to just make that determination that you are going to follow the plan. And one of you, Kathy, had asked me to give some ideas for what do you do when someone says, oh, just try a bite, because I am on day 302 today, and in 302 days, I have not had a single bite, taste, nothing off of the program. I started on the 20th of June in 2022. I went through 4th of July. I went through Labor Day, if that's much of a holiday. I went through Halloween. Again, I'm not a big candy person, so that wasn't a huge deal for me, but I know that it is for a lot of people. I went through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Super Bowl, Valentine's Day, Easter. I've been on vacation a couple of times, and not once, not one time have I had a single bite not on plan. How do I do that? Number one idea, number one thing is live out loud. Live in the light. That's why I created this. If I tell people what I'm doing, they're much more likely to be behind me and support me on my journey, right? Everybody I know knows that I'm doing this. It is all over my Facebook page. It is all over my Instagram. I've got my YouTube channel. I have Facebook groups. If there's a single person in my life that does not know that I'm doing this, then they have not talked to me in the last year, because I am very out loud. If you make that a priority, that you make sure that people know this is your plan, you are determined, you are not going to let anything derail you, you are more likely to have those people behind you, right? Number two is it is okay to say no. It is okay to say no thank you. When your grandmother offers you a slice of apple pie, it is okay to say no thank you. It is not a way, it is not offending somebody else, and you don't have to worry about how other people are perceiving. Don't sacrifice your health just to make somebody else happy. I think as women, so often we try really hard to make sure that we are always positive and that everything that we say to other people is encouraging to them, and sometimes it's to our own detriment. It is not how somebody else feels is not going to have an effect on your health, and you have to remember that. If you are out to dinner with people, you can make your choices for what you eat. You can also say, no, thank you. That is not on my plan. That is not my food. I know for me, and this is something that I have said to people, I know for me, if I taste that, that's going to throw me off program. I don't have the willpower to taste something and go back to eating what I should eat. It is something that I just know is going to derail me. So it is okay to say no. If people know what you are doing, they are less likely to be offended. So please take care of yourself. Stand up for yourself. Be your best advocate. And you can't advocate for yourself if you don't tell other people what you're doing. I will also tell you that I've actually gone into a restaurant with my family and sat there and drank water and enjoyed the fellowship while they ate a meal, because there really wasn't anything that I could eat or that I really wanted to eat, and it really wasn't my fueling time or my lean and green time. And I have had people to my house and had meals with people where I ate a fueling while they were eating a meal. People know what I'm doing, and it's not offensive to them. And if they are offended, that's their problem. That's not my problem. And I'm not going to own their feelings based on what I am eating. Now, if I was forcing somebody else to eat what I was eating, that would not be right of me to do that. So why would it be okay for them to force me to eat something that I know is going to be harmful to the progress? So that's my encouragement to you. I hope that there's something that you can take away from that, and that helps to answer that question. Thanks for checking in with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Let me know in the comments down below if there's some fuelings that you want me to try, if there's some fuelings that you want me to try to have fun with in my Fun with Fuelings. And until I see you next time, please live in the light.